Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 42 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of Minecraft 1.21. I hope you guys brought your towels today because we're going to be doing some fun stuff. I wanted to check out Extended AE today. It's about time, mostly because I'm starting to sense there's going to be a point very soon probably where I'm going to need this bigger pattern provider thing, and I'd really like to try it out. So the extended pattern provider gives you access to more patterns, and to be fair, Extended AE has a bunch of cool stuff in it that I kind of want to check out, like all kinds of goodies. So I want to get started today looking at how it works and how to get things. So the main stuff we need to make from Extended AE in order to get to the point where we can make pattern providers and presumably some other stuff are as follows. So first off, we're going to need a crystal assembler. And this dude is going to be used to, I assume, create all the stuff from Extended AE. So it can also create certain in-world transformation recipes like fluix and whatnot, but we'll see. In order to get this, we're going to need some skystone tank, we're going to need some cables, we're going to need some logic processors, a lot of stuff that we can already do. However, we also need an extended machine frame, which is going to require Entro-infused ingots, which look interesting. Now, those are made in-world transformation-wise using Entro dust, gold, and lapis. Okay. Now, you can also do it in the reaction chamber, which comes from Extended AE, which looks kind of neat. And that's pretty cool. And then you can also get it. So let's see, we can do that, or the crystal assembler. So it looks like crystal assembler creates some stuff, and I'm assuming that fluix and whatnot are also going to do this. Let's see if we looked at fluix. So in-world transformation, and then you've got crystal assembler, which does it looks like 4-ish at a time, and then reaction chamber does 64 at a time, right? 16, and that actually gives you a bonus, right? Because that's 16 of each becomes 64 instead of what would normally be 16 of each becomes 32. So this reaction chamber thing looks kind of cool. So any other look at all these cool neat recipes in here, all kinds of stuff. Huh? Nice. Looks like it does the damage to chipped. So it looks like it's just a multiplier on most of the default in-world transformation recipes. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, we should definitely look into that. Cool. So Entro dust is made from Entro crystals, which we can we can either crusher it from mechanism or we can throw it into an inscriber like we do for other stuff. And we have a dedicated inscriber for that, don't we? Do we still have that? Yeah, we totally do. There is definitely one up there. Cool. And then that comes from budding Entroized flux. So Extended AE, we're going to need budding Entroized flux, which crystal fixer. Interesting. Like how budding Certus quartz works. To get budding Entroized flux, you need to craft Entro seed and right-click with a fluix block with it. So we need an Entro seed, which is made with this stuff, which most of it we can get, and some of it we will need a little help with, but doesn't look too bad, right? Skystone dust and ender pearl dust shouldn't be a problem. And we'll turn budding Entroized. Okay. Interesting. And then from there, what? So that's going to be half Entroized, budding mostly Entroized, budding fully Entroized, needs a crystal fixer maybe. I'm just curious what these guys do. I'm guessing it's similar to, similar to Certus quartz. However, the degradation process of budding Entroized flux is unavoidable, and finally it will be turned into a Certus quartz block. Theoretically, you can get 10 Entro crystals from a fully Entroized fluix without fortune enchant. Budding Entroized fluix will always drop 1 Entro dust when broken, regardless what state it's in. Entro bud will drop Entro shard when it isn't fully grown. Okay. Cool. All right, so basically we want to make this, right? So let's start with some testing of it. So what I'm going to get is a fluix block. Get me a bunch of these, please, real quick. And then I'm going to want growth accelerators. And that should be cool. Oh, you're charging up your stuff, huh? This is why I need to make some coprocessors. So the way our AE system is currently set, we can only craft one piece of things at a time. So like we're waiting for all the charge Certus to be done before we get to fluix crystals. If I made coprocessors and attach them to my crafters, which we'll do soon probably, so I need to put that coprocessor as a to-do list item. Crafting unit coprocessor, that guy. Yep. We attach that, and then it can do 2 steps at once, which is cool. All right, so let's get a few of these, and then I'm going to teach you how to make Entro seeds. I should probably teach the whole shebang, right? So we're going to teach you that. So I don't like that recipe. What else you got for me, buddy? Ender dust can be made in an inscriber 1-to-1 or a crusher. I might as well. I mean, it's an AE thing, so I guess I could put it in the inscriber. Do we have an inscriber that's dedicated to that? We don't really. So you know what? I'm going to do the crusher. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do the crusher since easier that way. And if you put this in here first, it'll be good in that when I go to make this now, it will know the right type to use. It'll use whatever one you've automated already. Cool. And then skystone dust can also be thrown into a crusher. And all it requires is skystone, of which we currently have a decent amount. And if we need to get more, we'll figure it out. Okay? So now I should have no problem doing an Entro crystal seed, right? And you can see it's going to do that and then do its thing. And then that's cool. And then we get 2 of them. Nice. Okay. So down here, I'm just going to borrow this for a minute. So for cabling, I've already got some cabling. Now I assume that you're going to be able to growth accelerator this, right? So if I do that, you become a budding fully entroized. Okay, so clicking it turns it into a fully entroized. And then just like regular Certus quartz crystal, it's going to grow, and every time it grows, I assume it has a chance to degrade. Okay, and that's cool. Neato burrito. I like it. Okay, so we could set up like some kind of automation thing. Oh, there we go. Turned into a mostly entroized. And that's a fully grown Entro crystal. And now it's at half. That's a fully grown. That's a fully grown. That's a fully grown. Now it's at hardly entroized. And I assume what's going to happen is once it converts down, there we go to Certus, these won't be able to grow anymore. So I can break them and get some shards, which will combine into a crystal at some point as needed. And then we're going to have to break this dude. We can convert him back into Certus. And then we're going to have to place a new fluix and click a new seed. Okay, so that's kind of the process that we're going to have to automate today, is place the fluix crystal. That should be relatively doable with just dire things, right? It's not terribly complex to automate. And I'm going to get yelled at for using just dire things again, but like this automation was designed for just dire things, it feels like, because it's breaking blocks at certain stages, plus, you know, clicking certain... It's very, very exactly what you want. So that's cool. So yeah, we'll probably use just dire things for this. And I'm assuming that Fortune is helping with my Entro crystal collection. I'm almost certain that's probably the case. We'll see if it's not. All right, so let me think about where and how I want to set this up, and I'll be back. So let's get these coprocessors added here. So I've requested some crafting. That's going to be a minute. While we're waiting for that, let's set up the area where we're going to do this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you in 5x5 mode. That feels like the right size for what we're going to need out of this. Now, I want to have a little bit of wiggle room over there in case I decide to expand it. So I'm going to start here. How does that feel? I feel like that's pretty good. Definitely good. Okay. And then we can do this and that and that and that. I usually like to have this differentiator there. Yeah, that feels good. Fuzzy on. Beautiful. Okay, so what we're going to have ultimately is we're going to have the fluix block getting placed there. Now, yeah, it should be fine. I think. Yeah, it should be fine. And then we're going to want on top the growth accelerator, right? Because we want this thing to be moderately fast. And we can have some cables coming in from up here. Does that sound cool? Okay. So you're going to do that. Or we could have the growth accelerator on the... Oh, you know what? That would look cool. Wouldn't that look cool? I feel like that would look cool. What if we had the growth accelerator on the ground in the center of the room, right? And then the fluix gets placed on it, and then it grows all around. That's dire thinking like a designer. Feels really good. 3x3 this. I guess that was a relatively large vein. There we go. Sweet. Hello, friends. Now, I might need some channels over here. That might be a problem, because I suspect I've got a lot of channels in use coming off this thing. So I might want to go see where all my channel usage is currently, because I know I'm going to need to tap into some of those. Okay, so let's go upstairs and see what the channel situation looks like. I assume... So you're a P2P to a 2. Did we get shrink in here yet? We're supposed to have shrink. Okay, so you split out like that, and your 6 goes that way. So what I could do... You're currently only using 1 for the farm over there. I bet I could... Yeah, I'm cool with that. It might be a little too far. Love it. Loving it. Here's what I'm looking for. Okay. So you could be further back. Let's put you on a 3x3. We'll dig out this direction. We'll have lots of space here. You're still not far enough back, huh? All right, let me get this off camera. I think this will be cool. So what we're going to say here is cables. I just made new cables, right? Yeah. You're going to run up to here. And I don't think we're going to need more than 7-ish channels, so we should be fine to tap into this dude. Okay. Because he should only have 1 online, right, at this point, coming across this way, and then this is 0 going down here. Okay. Now, pro tip, if you want to just pop through the floor, you can set your Eclipse gate to only break 1 set of dudes. And then that makes it way easier to like fine tune exactly what's being removed and cleared and moved around and whatnot. You know, just a super cool pro tip right there. So then you need to be rotated, I assume. There you are. It's kind of annoying though, right? Because now does that not work or does it work? I don't know. I assume that's okay. It's glowing, so is that good? Well, let's throw Entro dude on there. See what happens, right? See how quickly he grows. I worry that like that might not work. I might have to set the well, first off, you don't have any power coming into you, so that's probably the first thing I need to fix. Hitting my head. Yeah, no, you're growing just fine. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got kind of the basis of this room in place. So what I'm thinking is we're going to need, let's map out what we need here. So we need to break these dudes, and we need to break the Certus. So we're going to need one breaker, because I think we can handle both with one breaker. We're going to need one placer, and we're going to need one clicker. Agreed? Yes. I believe that to be true. A breaker, a placer, and a clicker. Let me go make those things, and I'll be right back. All right, so these guys are going to need to live, presumably in the wall here. Probably, yes. I'm thinking what I'll do is have the breaker here. We'll have the placer here. And how about the clicker in the center? That could be cool. Okay. Now, you guys are all going to need power, which is definitely a thing. So let's get power going on. We'll get blazing cables, and I'll get a ender gate blazing, which should be auto-craftable now, so that's cool, right? The eye thing should be crafting. Nice! Look at that go! I'm guessing you're gonna have to go there. Cool. And then everybody getting juice. Nice. That's awesome. That is super awesome. Okay. So now I'm going to want you to be very specific on what you do things. So you're allow listing. Placer, not too worried about. You are also allow listing. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're only going to break things that will drop these and these. Well, no, I should probably do block form. So I'm going to do you and extended AE is Entro cluster. You're allowed to be broken. Cool. Filtered on blocks. Doesn't matter what direction we go. I will probably need some kind of Celesta gem pickaxe. Probably with a teleporty dude. And probably want fortune on it. But I need to go make fortune again. I'm at the point where I might just like teach this AE system how to make teleport drops at this point. I do use it a lot. Cool. Now where this goes doesn't super matter. But we should probably put it somewhere meaningful. So I'm thinking, is there ever going to be an interface over here? I don't think so. So what I could do is just bind it to like one of these dudes. It doesn't matter which. By the way, in the next version of Just Dire Things, it'll highlight the block that you've clicked. So that's just an FYI. Cool. Okay. So now, if I configured your area to be here, offset there, X, Z, and Y at a half, so that it goes up but not lower. So that's the only area that it'll be able to break in. And then I insert the pickaxe. Eh? Not too shabby. And then what we should see is once this guy fully grows, he will break. Now, we won't get the little buds, but I'm not going to worry about those. It would be doable to automate that, right? But I think that that would be more of a hassle. So I'm going to say let's not worry about that for now. Okay. So that's cool. So that's step one, the breaking. Step two is the placing. So you are going to place here, and you're only going to place Certus quartz blocks. Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to let you be 20, and I'm going to let you be 5. And that should solve that problem. So you're... No, actually, you're not going to place Certus quartz blocks. You're placing... Never mind. You can go back to 20. You're placing fluix blocks, sir. Thank you. And then you're clicking on fluix blocks with Entro seeds. Cool. Okay. So that should work. So now if I got, you know, a couple of Entro seeds and a couple of fluix blocks, put you back in there, advanced block placer. So yes, no, you stay, and you get the seeds. Cool. So this should, in theory, work. Right? And then as soon as this reduces down all the way, it'll be broken and replaced with a fluix block and then clicked, and then we're cool. Feel like that works really well. All I just need now is to throw fortune on this dude, right? Now the next step, and this might actually change some stuff, but we'll see. The next step for you, so you're the clicker, right? Yeah, you're the breaker. I don't need to worry about you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a... I want an interface with a crafting card in it. And what we're going to do with this is tell it to keep this stuff in stock. Okay, so I would like you to keep 4 of these and 4 of these in stock. Okay, and now it won't be able to do it unless you put a crafting card in here. And once we do this, it will now on demand craft those things to meet the needs because I gave it a crafting card. So now it'll do that. And then I can use laser IO. I do. On the down. What are you? Oh, you're a priority? Okay. So you're going to actually extract. But not yet. Because what I want to do is have you be an insert. And you're going to be a counting filter. And you're going to get 2 of those. Okay. 2 Entro shards go here. Okay. And then you are going to get a counting filter. We're short on clay, because of course we are. I don't think I have clay in here, do I? I don't. I'm going to have to deal with clay in a bit. That's okay. I can solve this temporary problem by turning you off for a sec. Doing that. And then upgrading you to this. Oh, thought I pulled more of those out, but whatever. I only need 1, so it's all good. So you're going to count and only insert 2 of fluix blocks. Cool. Link those together, and then on the down, so notice nothing's there now, right? So on the down, we're going to extract 2 items at a time. And it's going to keep 2 fluix blocks in there, and it's going to keep Entro shards? Why aren't you inserting? That makes no sense. That should work. Why isn't that working? Clicker? We can insert into a clicker. What am I missing? I feel like this is an obvious one. Entro shard. Oh, Entro seed. Haha! There's your problem. Told you it was an obvious one. There you go. So north, Entro seed times 2. Haha! There we go. Yep, they look similar. YouTuber blindness, not my fault. So, how cool is that? Okay, now, there's one last thing I want to do. And what I want to do is set up a level emitter. Okay. And it's going to do this. So a level emitter can emit a redstone signal based upon... So on the down... Oh, I need redstone cards. Okay. I want you to run only when there's a redstone signal. Clicker. Well, you can be ignored. I want you to run only when there's a redstone signal. Placer. Okay? So that when this thing finishes going, he shouldn't place again. And we're going to have to wait a minute to validate that that's going to happen. But while I'm waiting... I can go find some clay. That's sufficient. Ha! That was cool. I don't care. I don't care if you disagree, because you're wrong. That was cool. Okay, you go in there, get me some redstone cards, please. Well, maybe not that many. Okay. So you're actually almost done. Well, maybe not almost, but you're getting there. Cool. So what you're going to do is you're going to, with a cable... Ah, you're there. Okay, hold on. You go there. Okay. And now with a cable, you're going to go here. Okay. And your configuration will be Entro crystals emit when levels are below 64. Okay. So now if we look at Entro crystals, they're at 35, so it's emitting a redstone signal, right? But if I put the other 40 in there, it turns off. Now notice that this didn't place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say on the down, you can do, how about green, because it's Entro crystals. Or we could also do lime, but whatever. Input. And then on the north face, you can output on green, but a weak signal. Okay, so you ready for this? When I take the Entro crystals out of the A system, this redstone signal will turn on, allowing you to place again. Okay, so watch. I'm even going to cover this up because I feel like we're pretty close. Look how nice this is. Okay, so watch. I'm going to take a stack of Entro crystals out of the A system. Haha! And now we're going to craft until such time as we have more than a stack. And then we put another, and then it's going to stop crafting. Cool? So it'll do everything it's doing, and it'll only place another fluix block in the event that we still have less than 64. Is that cool? I feel like yes. All right, so granted, I use just dire things, which getting a lot of comments saying I'm doing too much, but I feel like this was like the perfect use case for this, right? Like, here's another mods automation challenge that I was able to solve using my mod. So that's kind of cool. And I hope you guys think so too. Let's wrap up here. We'll come back next time. And when we do that, I will get into actually using this cool and new fun toy that we just spent a whole bunch of time automating, right? So yeah, we automated it, now we need to use it. So lots of fun stuff to come. We have to figure out like all the cool stuff we can use these Entro crystals for. And I assume that there's a whole bunch, so we'll find out. For now, LetsPlay sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. You know the deal. Take it easy.